Hi everybody, so today we're looking at the colour circle, the colour wheel as it's sometimes known. Colours which look good or not so good with each other. We have the red, which looks great with its opposite colour, the green. We have the orange, which looks great with its opposite colour, which is the blue. And the yellow, which looks great with its opposite or complementary colour as it's known, the purple. So let's have a look at shadows, because instead of using a little bit of black and a little bit of white to make a grey and just adding it wherever you and I think there's a shadow, you don't have to do that. If, for example, there is a building which is a red brick building, can you guess what colour we need to use to make it look like the real shadow? Not black, but the opposite colour. And the opposite colour is a little bit of green. Let's put it into action. So I'm going to use a little bit of that brick red, just so we can get a little bit of an idea of our shadows. Now I know that this is a very bright red and we need to make that colour just a little bit duller. So let's remind ourselves, while that's drying, of the three primary colours that you and I hear a lot about. So the primary colours are the three main colours, which are red, yellow and blue. These colours, you can't get a red by mixing any other colour. You can't get a yellow by mixing two colours together, and neither can you get the blue. If you mix all of those colours together though, you'll get a sort of grey-black. Do you remember what we said was the complementary or opposite colour of the red? It was green, wasn't it? So let's take some green. Only this time I'm going to mix that green with a little bit of that red. Do you remember how we can make shadows look like they're real? So can you see that green is not too bright, it's not too dark, and I've mixed it by adding a bit of the green into the red. And we want to put it where we hope that there's going to be a bit of shadow. Now no black and white have been mixed together there, just a little bit of that green. I'm going to mix it with a little bit of water. Do you think it looks like it could be the shadow? And let's put it over here, just at the top of that tower. Does it look like a little bit of that's in shadow? Is it looking a little bit more 3D? Now this time, let's get some green down. There were patches of green, even in the industrial parts of Manchester and Salford when Lowry was around. So let's just have a look at how we can make the shadow now on the green rather than on the red brick. And now I'm going to mix a little bit of the red this time. But this time put that into the green. And, oops, it's got a bit purple, so let's do it on the other side. There we are. So can you see it's looking a bit browny there? And then just getting what could be maybe the shadows or the clouds passing over and creating some subtle, so it's not too bright, shadows. Just a little bit taking that green off. So we're going to think about the yellow and the purple. They are opposite each other, and if you mix those two colours together, you'll get a fantastic shadow. that'll bring the picture hopefully to life. So, can you guess what this is? A running figure, just the top half of him with a scarf as it blows in the wind behind him. And let's get a yellow for the scarf. Now I'm going to dip my brush back in there and I'm going to look for a purple. Now, see the purple over there? Dip the brush back in. Can you see what's happening? Mixing the purple in with the yellow is just making it a little bit darker, a bit more golden. Let's see if this might work. Oh, it might be a little bit too dark. I'll stick that back in there. Get a little bit more yellow and just go over that a bit more there. And then, can you see how the purple and the yellow have mixed together to make something that's a bit like a darker version of that yellow? So there's a bit of shadow there. So let's draw a line across our page and two little curves. Do you think it could be the front of one of those old boats coming towards us? Now, let's have fun and let's have a little bit of orange for a side of the boat. And let's mix it a little bit more with a little bit more yellow. Now I'm going to put a little bit of blue in here. Can you see what's happening? Can you see how it's just making it look a little bit shadowy on one side? Just a little bit. How the blue has disappeared now into the orange and it's created a sort of browny colour. And let us just do a little bit over here in the water. So you know, why not have a go at home with seeing all of the different kinds of colours that you can mix. For example, there's our red. Underneath, let's do the other primary colour, yellow. And underneath that, let's get our last primary colour. That's a colour that you can't make from any other colours. And there's the blue. You know. Let's see what happens if we mix a bit of red. Oops, I need to clear my palette. With just a tiny little bit of yellow. See what we get. We've got a lovely orange. Now, let's see what happens if with that red we mix a little bit of blue. Let's see what happens then. Clean my palette, put the blue down, let's get a nice red. Back in there. Another bit of red. See what happens. Now, look at that. Okay, so let's get some nice blue again. And let's get some red. Oh my goodness, can you see that? What a lovely, vibrant violet that is. See how many colours you can make from using red and one other colour. So we've got the blue. Let's add a little bit. Okay. Oh, let's get a nice reddy violet. By adding, I've just added a little bit of red with that blue again. And we've got that lovely orange there. So with that blue, I'm going to be a bit naughty and I'm going to dip it straight into there. And my goodness me, we've got a sort of browny green. Let's see what it's like. Have some fun. See how many colours you can make just from using a red, a yellow and a blue.